I'm gonna run them out from you, you tell me to hide. I'm your employer and I am your kind. I want to, I want to, I want to, I want. I fuck you, I fuck you, I fuck you, I fuck. I thought you, I thought you, I thought you, I thought. I'm gonna shoot you home, I got a trigger like a gun. I only take it and shoot it for fun. I shoot everywhere, I shoot holes in the sun. I only take it and shoot it for fun. I shoot everywhere, I shoot holes in the sun. Shoot it for fun. I shoot everywhere, I shoot holes in the sun. I only take it and shoot it for fun. I shoot everywhere, I shoot holes in the sun.
Getting moved. doubt that I'm skeptical, and I don't sweat nothing technical. And I'm in the zone, but the methadone to a predator zone, feel the hella torque. Always coming respectable, cause my mama, she taught me to bless the food. So I came through, playing silver spoons, and I pinch the fork, and I'm blessing you, and I'm beastin'. Motherfucker, I'm beastin'. Running all my secrets, it ain't nothing special. I'm eating all of my vegetables, and I'm taking all of you catered. Carrot tap, cabbage patch kids, sit you down on my granite tap. You ain't saying shit, but we chop it up, and we get the stash, and we lock it up. Get the keys, jump in the whip, then we dip with it, whipping keys, wholesale the rack, and we split the brick. So ass ain't saying shit, and so ass ain't saying nothing. Lot of kids done came and went, but we still banging, still thugging, still banging, making hits, still banging. With your bitch, still banging, extra clips, toe tagging, just the kicks, toe tagging for the hell of it. Man, I be toe tagging, leaving hell of it. And if you gon' drag me to the pearly gates, I'll bring a 38, I make a hell of it, just like boom, blah, 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 boom, blah, blah, boom, blah, 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 boom, blah, blah, boom, blah, 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 boom, blah, blah, boom, blah, 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 boom, blah.
Getting neck, what about a do is show no respect, but I know for a sec nobody gon' diss me. Pop that tech, you probably gon' miss me. Fucking live it, cause I fucking live it. Y'all fucking with it, cause y'all get it. No fucking gimmick. It's just, I smell the deceit in your speech. When it leak through your teeth, you better reap what you sow, or sow all the holes in your cheek. These folks gon' creep through the door, but they too focused on me. My bro gon' reach for your dome and have you soaked to your feet. I mean it. I handle mine, this is something you can't deny. Hand-to-hand transaction is ass whooping, you can't decline. Skinny, look at you, pick appetite of a mastermind. And I'm fucking yo, sorry I had to pass the time. Woo. Hey, I'm too focused on your image, put your life behind these bars, but you can't live out your own sentence, homie. Tell me what their business, put your money where your mouth is. Flip these pancakes and these honeys while I'm yelling out blouses, I'm out. You don't believe in no fate, every day digging the grave, step in the pit with the snakes, city of dreams, city of gang. You don't believe in no fate, I might just dig up your grave, step in the pit with a king, city of dreams, city of gang, 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 gang. City of dreams, live in your grave, you live in your grave. City of dreams, city of gang, 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 gang. City of dreams, live in your grave, you live in your grave. City of dreams, city of Scully in the gullies, yeah. Bully in the burrows, finna take your money, yeah. That ice shoe cuts me through, way too thermo, pack that heat, we too ghetto, run the streets, read that memo, live that creed, all I need is greed and greed, read it and weep, counting them sheep, using the silence, put you to sleep, bagging the beef, tagging the roof, pop them a deuce, rocking the loop, back on the root, back in the back in the back in the booth, knock out your tooth, do it for truce, do it for trees, do it for me, do it for gang, you don't believe in no fate, every day digging the grave, step in the pit with the snakes, city of dreams, city of gang. You don't believe in no fate, I might just dig up your grave, step in the pit with a king, city of dreams, city of gang, 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 gang. City of dreams, live in your grave, you live in your grave. City of dreams, city of gang, 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 gang. City of dreams, live in your grave, you live in your grave. City of dreams, city of They say I'm insidious, bitch, you hideous. Fuck this city, you're good. One scrape from the grittiest, still delirious. Fuck this city, my hood, my slum, my turf, my block, my woods, my wrist, my back, my gas. They strapped, all black, all trapped. Catting myself for the rest, never forgetting the past. Living the blast, popping them off as I go. See you in hell, chopper and blow. Blah. I don't do it for the money, I just do it for your ears. One by one, they keep it running. Slip up a trip and you're dead. Gang, you don't believe in no fate. Every day digging the grave. Step in the pit with the snakes. City of dreams, city of gang. You don't believe in no fate. might just dig up your grave. Step in the pit with a king. City of dreams, city of gang, 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 gang. City of dreams, live in your grave. You live in your grave. City of dreams, city of gang, 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 gang. City of dreams, live in your grave. You live in your grave. City of dreams, city of gang.
Has it really come to this, Night City?
Got a guy I need gone. Used to be iron for hire. Still acts like it. But the eddies are worth the risk, trust me. Need more intel, check the attachment. Waiting on your scene. Thanks.
Whoa! Think fleas like you just get in for free?
You got VIP rooms here? You know, for private shindigs?
Reserved for the boss and co.
Think he could use a little more company? Hmm?
Don't try to play me. Either I see eddies, or your ass is walking.
Just chill, alright? Here.
Sweet Jesus. You hear that? Do you hear what they're playing?
Each to their own, Johnny.
That's what peeps with bad taste always say. Don't know what he did to deserve what's coming, but his music taste is reason enough to drop it.
All good.
Music in here's god-awful.
I like it. Beat keeps me awake.
Wanna have a word with your boss? Ian?
Oh, you're out of luck. He doesn't really like to talk.
I don't care if he likes to talk. I asked you if he was here.
Sure, he's upstairs in the VIP room. Just don't expect a friendly welcome.
Fuck you going? VIP areas for VIPs.
No, the boss, we're tight.
Boss knows a lot of peeps. Sure as shit ain't tight with a single one.
Yeah, but...
But, boss said to let nobody in. Wants some alone time. So cut the act.
Turn around or shit gets ugly.
What the? Who the fuck are you? How'd you get in here?
Quiet down, or I'll have to cut our convo short.
Oh, I get it. Got a bounty on my head, have I? Who hired you? Militech? Asukaga? Or was it that wanker, Dino?
Sit down, Jack. I'm extending a fucking courtesy here. The fact that you're still alive means I'm open to parley.
Parlez-vous, go fuck yourself. Chit-chat's for assholes. So let's get it over and done with. You versus me. Come on!
Say you win. Say you put me out of commission. You think your problems will just vanish into thin air? You crawled under a lot of people's skin. Said so yourself. Militech, Asukaga, Dino. They won't stop till your head falls at their feet.
So what? I'm supposed to blow my fucking brains out?
No. All you have to do is leave Night City. I'll tell them you took lead between the eyes and none will be the wiser. You can start over. A brand new life.
Yeah? Start with what? Everything I got's here. My club, staff, my girls.
And everyone who wants you dead. This isn't a multiple fucking choice. You're living on borrowed time.
Shit. Motherfucking bleeding cunt asshole.
Was that a yes or a no?
Just piss off and tell him the job's done.
Some kind of pervert? Straight ahead. Just look straight ahead.
Come on, get away from me! Got someone else to follow?
I see you were following.
You got? What's got Mindy? Yo, piss on this. Yo, we
Heard whispers monster bit the concrete. Nicely done.
What the fuck
Gig's
is that?
sealed. Your boy Dino needs a drink. Later, V.
night and good luck.
Hello everyone! Welcome to Red Streams 2. What you just saw was the first look at gameplay from next-gen consoles of Cyberpunk 2077, and if you would like to see some more, you can head to our YouTube channel soon to watch the whole gameplay from the next-gen consoles. We will be talking to you today about patch 1.5 and next-gen update.
Yes, finally!
Yeah. But before we get into it, let's maybe introduce ourselves. So my name is Alicia, I'm a community manager. With me is Amelia, who's a senior community manager, and she's gonna be playing the game for us today.
Hello everyone.
We also have Filip Marcinkowski, our gameplay QA.
Hello, my friends.
And Paweł Sasko, the quest director.
Yes, so as you know, I'm just a random dude with internet connection, but I'm really happy and excited to show you guys what we have in store.
Yes, and we have a lot of surprises prepared. So first of all, we're gonna be talking about patch 1.5 that is coming to all of the platforms that Cyberpunk is available at.
Exactly.
And it also brings the next-gen update for PS5 and Xbox Series S and X, as well as a few free DLCs on top of that.
Just a few.
Yes, and we will basically walk through those.
Yes, so majority of the fixes and upgrades and features that you will see in this stream are coming to all of the available platforms, but the next-gen upgrade obviously concerns the next-gen platforms. Anyway, maybe we should just jump in and show you the changes that we prepared.
Okay.
Go.
Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. So as you guys see, like we heard online a lot of feedback regarding the perks, right? And everything surrounding that. So one of the works that we've been doing to actually completely redo it, rethink it, and look back and think exactly like how we can actually do it better. And there's a ton of stuff that changed.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, we completely reworked our perk trees. But the first thing you should notice here is that all of perks point are unassigned, and player, if you continue your playthrough on this patch, you are able to redistribute them once more, because our changes were so vast that we have to get all perks back to the player.
Okay, so when I load my save game, basically I need to go back and redistribute. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And basic idea behind our changes in trees in perks was to rebalance the game, the combat in game, to make it more fair, and as well as get rid of some not that useful perks we got. For example, this infamous perk about preventing detection underwater. So
I mean, so that was my favorite one. I was always using it, so it's a pity.
Unfortunately, you were the only one.
I was the only one that was using it. Okay.
As always.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll find a new favorite.
Yeah, so we scrap them and add some new that we find more interesting.
Okay. So I expect like that I can now basically make my like dildo build really effective, right? That's basically what you're going to tell me, Philip.
Yes. We make sure that your dildo build will be effective as never before.
Okay. So what other specific examples can we show our viewers now?
For example, in cool perk trees, we've got ninjutsu instead of stealth.
Okay.
And here is the perk Dagger Dealer, and it reintroduced our throwing knife combat loop, but we will elaborate on this later. And this in this tree we've got this perk about being detected underwater, blah blah blah. But now you have looking sharp perk that enhances throwing knives, basically.
Looking sharp. Okay.
Yep.
We will check it out.
And here we have Cold Blood perk tree, as you can see. And this is perk Blood Swell. Previously, it gains only immunities for the player, like immunity for burning, poison, etc. And now we gave you a new ability to survive final blow. So if you think about it, you can build around that different playstyle, let's say. We encourage you to play more aggressive, to play fast, not to use covers, So it's opportunity to you to play like that.
Oh,
And-
I see. So basically, like now I can, as a player, I can really like try completely different playstyle, so to say, right? Like
Yeah.
just play in a different way, basically, with these changes.
Exactly, and I gave you only a few examples of our changes, but there's a lot more there, and I encourage you to check them, try them.
I mean, definitely, guys, when you boot up the game after 1.5, remember to check out the perks, check out what we changed, what we rebalanced, and redistribute all your perks, because otherwise you can just get one shot by a random NPC.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
you-
were mentioning the throwing knives, and I think it's the time
Exactly.
to check it out in action. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
equip
So-
one of those.
So basically, we make sure that you will no longer lose your knife once thrown. And
Okay, so how does it work exactly? Like,
it works like a boomerang, let's say, because
Okay.
once you throw a knife, it get back to you. And
oh, okay, so it's like a classic cyber knife. I get it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this little circle in the middle shows us
Exactly.
how long it takes it to come back.
it's a cooldown for coming back, and it's different regardless of depending on rarity of the knife. So
Oh, cool.
if you got legendary knife, it will come back faster.
Damn,
Yeah.
okay, I had no idea. Okay, this is really
That's
awesome.
cool.
And this UI element, basically, that is appearing now at the center, right, after throwing the knife.
Yeah, it shows you when it get back, but
Yeah,
you
it's a
also
timer, basically, right?
it's a timer, yeah. But you can approach the knife you throw and get it back. So
Yeah, like-
it is this part that encourage you to play fast.
I
like
see. So
that.
I don't have to like wait for a knife to be back. I can just approach it and grab it, right? Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Really nice.
if you combine perks from ninjutsu with cold blood, you can do it without harm, basically.
Okay, I think Amelia found some more dudes.
Boom, headshot.
Yeah, but actually we were speaking about the knife throwing, but there are also a lot of changes to the combat AI of NPCs in general. So would you guys like to elaborate on
Exactly.
that?
Yeah. There's a lot of changes that makes AI in combat more effective, let's say. Enemies react better to player actions. They find covers more effectively. They exit them if we are flanking them. So it's hard to show examples here on our stream, but if you try the game, you will feel that there is a lot of changes in quality.
Yeah, and I really want to like in this point like just give a lot of credit to our gameplay team because they did a ton of small changes here to basically make the NPCs be more clever, be more effective during combat, and we really like encourage you to just give it a shot, try it out, see what actually now NPCs can do, and how fluid the combat feels now.
Okay, sounds good. And I think those guys left some bikes, and nobody's here. I think.
You wanna grab it or something?
Yeah, I wanna
Take
take
the
this.
one, the yellow
I wanna
one.
take this one. Yellow.
Yellow,
Okay,
please.
let's
Thank
take
you.
yellow.
You like
the
you're
yellow
like a
one for
hornet.
Philip.
We like
Alright.
yellow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So here is a first change. We've got neon rims now in every bike in the game. You've got
Yeah,
neon
so
rims.
it's a basically a small add-on, so to say. But how do you actually cycle through that, Amelia? How did you like enable that?
So I pretty much pressed left stick on the controller, but if you play on your keyboard, you pretty much just press E and they will be on.
Beautiful.
So
Okay, cool.
in cars, E is for toggling lights, and on bikes you turn your neon rims on. Yeah, and
Okay,
it's a
but we can do something more. I see with our.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. I haven't seen that before.
it's time to talk a little bit about driving model, because in 1.5 patch there is a lot of changes about driving model in our game.
Yeah, we can see what Amelia can do now.
Yeah, so here you can see a reworked burnout model that you can do it more easily, and you have a little fun with burning out. It
Right,
works.
and I can do it on the cars and the motorcycles, right?
Yeah, every changes are about bikes and cars as well. So
Okay, you mentioned cars, and I have to check it out.
Yeah, and,
Yeah,
and
okay.
the driving model generally is more predictable. The vehicles feel a little bit heavier. We make braking better. We simulate ABS, for example. Also, there is opportunity to perform drifts when you take the corners.
Exactly, and I feel like the suspension also feels better in the cars
Yeah,
right now
and
in 1.5.
exactly, and suspension was added to the traffic cars as well, so you can observe that they moving on the suspension.
Okay,
But
that's cool.
what I like the most is that each model of car feels and bike feels a little bit different, and it encouraged me to try different models and find the ones I like the most.
Yeah, someone didn't like my car and just crashed it.
This is definitely something for the community to try out for themselves and check out like which car would be their favorite, which would feel the best. But there is one thing I noticed, that Amelia actually called a lot of vehicles, and they landed in different places, so they don't crash at one place right now anymore.
Yeah, I mean, so we know that it was a bug, right? Like we know that it was a bug that needs addressing, and of course, we took care of it. So finally, it works properly right now.
Yeah.
But I'm also seeing more changes actually right now when Amelia's driving.
Yeah, one of
In first person.
one of the major improvement is that is visibility in first-person perspective when we're driving a car. So
Yeah.
we tweak them, and now you can see the road in each model. So you can enjoy first-person view when driving and enjoy these beautiful dashboards that I
Exactly,
really
yeah,
really
beautiful
like.
interiors. Yeah, I remember. I think the Villafort was like particularly bad before.
Yeah.
That like I couldn't see shit from the car. I also was like so low that I felt like my ass is like brushing the asphalt, literally.
Yeah.
So, so I'm glad that actually like I can now enjoy it in first person, because before it was kind of challenging to drive in first person.
And
Yeah,
it was a pity because this car was a reward from one of the mission, and now you can feel it in 100%.
And yeah, and we can do the burnout, as we can see, do the donut as well in the cars, right?
Oh, I definitely need to try it once the patch is live, because this looks freaking amazing. I wouldn't be able to do it in real life, but here,
Maybe
you should try. You should try.
it's safer this way to not do it in real life.
Maybe one day.
I will show you. I will show you later.
You need to talk to the dudes by my window, because people do exactly that, in Warsaw. So, hey, that unfortunately happens. But we have also done more changes, when it comes to the crowds and traffic in general, right?
Yeah.
Yes. The AI.
We make the city more living. Let's say that. For example, we introduced aggressive crowds. Crowds that can react to your action, your aggressive action. And here you can see that one of the crowd starts shooting at you because you point gun at the crowd.
They actually aggroed some of the normal
bouncers.
Of the bouncers of the club.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
It's a pretty cool thing. Like, just it brings up a bit more reactivity and life to the city. The fact that like some of the crowds, some of the people are actually armed, and they may decide to actually attack you at the moment when you like threaten them in some ways.
Yeah, and here you can see that animation of running is more smooth. Let's say. Running crowds no longer on stream when you turn camera away.
Yeah, like they don't disappear, they don't despawn basically when you like make a 360 basically. This is what you're saying.
It was amazing.
Right?
Yeah. We could actually see them running the other way from you once we went further than them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And also we introduced changes in crowds, but also in traffic. So we've got.
Oh. Okay. So let's look at what happens to the traffic then.
We call it panic driving, and basically we do the same as with crowds. So drivers can react to players' actions. They can drive away from the player if you are aggressive towards them.
Yeah, that's an example of just like simply gang attacking us and following us.
Yeah.
But
okay, I need more cars, guys. I need more cars.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so I think we can showcase something else, right? Like our our cycle. Oh, you can't skip time because you're in combat. Yeah, you need to get away.
Let's go.
No, I'm just gonna kill this
Kill 'em
guy.
Oh.
You're aggro. But basically what we have introduced is like the fact that right now when you cycle through the to the time, which I think Amelia actually can do right now,
Yes.
is that the crowds will actually change. And here you have one of our quality of life improvements.
Yeah, we redesigned the UI of the skip time mechanic,
Yeah.
so you can now more clearly see which time you will be skipping to.
And you don't have to do the math, which which hour will be when you skip 6 hours forward.
Yeah, so I see that we skipped time to like the middle of the day, and now the streets are actually more full than they were during the night.
Yeah. Crowds and traffic is
Oh
reloaded.
wow, this bye just drove over that guy.
Poor fella.
Yeah,
I
so
hope
think
he's
this is-
okay.
I think this is Philip. Would you have called just before a panic driving, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can see this guy exactly like because we had started shooting, he decided, fuck this shit, I'm moving away
I'm
from
out.
here.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried, but I can see that they even crashed a little bit. So
Yeah, the drivers can crash into obstacles and, for example, lose consciousness in front of the wheel. So
Yeah. The cars can crash into themselves. The crash can actually, I think, like drive over pedestrians as well. That also happens.
yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, here you have an example of like that driver decided to get the hell out of here.
Out of here. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Amelia.
Amelia,
I think this guy is.
Oh yeah, he probably lost consciousness there.
Yeah.
Okay, Amelia, do you think maybe we've had enough of like mayhem in the middle of the city?
Did we? Okay, I think it's. Whoa!
Oh, that's one of the examples actually when like during the panic driving they can actually drive on the pavement and drive on the pavement when, and of course, you know, they can drive through the, you know, lampposts and all that stuff when they try to get away from you. And you can also like, I think what Philip mentioned that you can also like follow them and basically see, you know,
Nice.
what
Yeah.
those drivers do.
Okay, so but I see Amelia has opened the map to like find her way home, and we actually have a couple of changes on the map, like some new colors were added.
Yeah, so there's actually lots of like smaller quality improvements here that contribute to this picture. So first of all, of course, you know, the map in general was refreshed. The icons were replaced. Now you actually very clearly see the side content from the main content.
Yeah, so the side content is now this this greenish hue, and the main quest, main gigs are still the yellow ones. So you can clearly see which ones are which.
Yeah, so basically the green color is from the fixers. So
Yes, some gigs.
Exactly. Exactly. And you can
Cybercycle.
see here, and you can see here, like basically undiscovered gigs are just gigs. This is basically boosting a bit of a sense of a discovery for you as a player. Okay, what it is. Before you could basically kind of tell, you know, what it is. Now, before you actually discover it, you don't know. But there is actually more.
Yeah,
that we have
speaking
done.
of fixers, right? Now,
Yeah.
as we see Dino, he has the counter of the gigs that can be completed for him, and besides that, we don't also get all of the gigs at once from the fixers. So we need to earn some standing by completing some gigs for them before they can give us more of those.
Exactly. And that basically in general like contributes to this overall feeling of me as a player like SV in a mercenary Night City actually progressing, you know, when I'm actually like gaining the street cred and gaining the experience in the city, doing the gigs and whatnot. I'm gaining that standing, as you can see, basically that reputation with a certain fixer. And basically more jobs, more interesting jobs actually unlock as you progress.
But they also have a reward for you once you complete all of the gigs for specific fixer, right?
Yes, that's true actually. So that basically is an encouragement for you as a player to actually try out. There are new rewards that we have added, a completely custom, pretty cool rewards that we have added for you to try out basically. So that a fixer will basically contact you and, you know, you will know what to do and how to get your reward from there. I guess we don't have to spoil them.
Yeah, and it's also worth mentioning that we added filters to the map, so you
Yes,
are not
that's true.
overwhelmed with all icons at the same time. You can filter through them.
Yes, and the filters were visible at the left corner of the map
Yes.
just a moment ago. So you can like cycle through this and basically see the all the side content, all the activities coming. So the white icons basically. So let's say vendors, or Ripper dogs, or whatnot, Joy Toys, obviously.
You can custom them as well.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
it definitely declutters the map a lot. So you can only see the most important things that you are looking for at the moment. Anyway, as we are heading to home, maybe we should sum up a
Sweet
little bit.
home.
Yes, because we mentioned some of the changes that are coming with 1.5, the combat AI as well as crowd behavior and drivers AI is getting smarter. It's getting it has more diverse reactions to what V does in Night City. We also have
driving model.
yeah,
Don't forget about it.
Of course, that's very important. But also now we have working knife throwing, which actually brings the whole new playstyle to the game. We reworked a lot of perks and changed some stuff in the perk trees.
I have to mention one more thing. That
Yes.
not only combat is rebalanced, but also economy in the game. So
Yeah,
you
that's an important
rewards
point.
are bigger, you get more cash, and prices are also rebalanced. So, for example, vehicles are not that expensive as in 1.3. So it's
Yeah.
easier to buy stuff. For example, you don't have to choose between them, right?
I can finally get that achievement then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And while we
Exactly.
talk about economy, I think Wilson has something for us, because, look at his store, it's like all red-ish.
Yeah.
It looks like sale. Looks
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Wilson sale.
Wilson is having a first sale. It seems that the inflation has hit him badly. So you can see here like a bunch of new decorations. Of course, we have like updated that bit. So what we can actually expect from Wilson now?
Well, first of all, let's just say that this is actually the first DLC that we are introducing in 1.5, because clearly we are adding some new stuff, and the new stuff are.
So pretty much, I sort of cheated before the stream, and I already visited Wilson. I'm sorry. But I already bought like 2 new weapons, so it's the guillotine in Umbra. But they come in like different colors, different rarities, as you can see. But I think we can do a little magic. Skip time again. Call for the restock.
So basically, he has 2 new rifles with different appearances. We've got new scopes and muzzle brakes that enhances ricochet bullets.
Yeah, so we have handyman.
Okay, so how does his shop work? Because like I see that after actually skipping this time and actually waiting a bit, it seems that his stock has changed, right? And we see this like new label, right, on those icons that basically communicate to the player that this is a new stock. But how basically the store works?
This DLC is enabled at the basically at the beginning of the first act of the game. We have to meet Takemura at Tom Diners.
Oh yeah,
And,
don't leave him hanging, basically.
Don't leave him, please. Not like in the memes. And after this scene, we are informed by Wilson by text message that he has sale, and when we are approaching him for the first time, he got most of the items from DLC, and when we visit him later on, it will be randomized. So
yeah, and we can cheat that, as we see, like Amelia did, by simply skipping time, so he has time to restock on the guns and on the new stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's guillotine, right?
Guillotine,
that's
right.
the guillotine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty sweet.
Okay, but
Pretty sweet guillotine.
I don't wanna shoot
I think
in
that
here.
I think that our players can just like after getting the update, just have fun with it and just check out. We don't have to showcase everything because we like to leave some secrets
Oh yeah, definitely.
undisclosed. Exactly.
They're nice
So-
colors as well.
So you also can randomize them, cheat the time, like skip the time, and then you will get all of the new colors, like collect them all, right?
Yes.
As
And
we
they
are
were
moving-
not that expensive either, so you can afford
Yeah,
them.
as we are moving through the mega block, I just wanted to mention something. Like, we have also done like one of the bigger quality of life improvements, which is actually option to reject holocalls. At the moment when anyone from actually side content in the game will call you, right now as a player you have an option to reject it before it was not possible, and in that case actually just given NPC will follow up with you with a custom text message. In case of actually bigger and more important NPCs, those will be more customized messages and so on. I will leave it for you to discover, but it was an important change for us to make.
It is actually in settings that you can by default reject some of the calls, like the police commissioner or something.
And CPD dispatcher,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, dispatcher.
You can actually
Regina
set it
calls.
to muted by default. Exactly.
Okay, can I go home now? I want some
we've done
rest.
enough.
Okay.
Go
It
home,
was
you are
busy
grounded.
day.
Let's
It was
go home.
busy day.
So what we have in the on the home then?
Well, I think, oh yeah, that's something that we definitely want to show you. It's being spoiled on the screen right now. So,
Not anymore?
not anymore. Basically, what we added is the ability to change your appearance mid-game.
Exactly.
In the mirror in this apartment. So here we go. Change
Okay.
appearance.
But how does it work? So is it just it, right? Like, is there anything more to it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we have all the options that were available to you before, like when it comes to hair color or makeup styles in the character creator. But we also added a bunch of new options for like hair or makeup and stuff like that. So as you can see now, we have a bunch of new colors. I think Amelia is gonna choose one of them because they're beautiful.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
gonna
so just
go for this
exactly.
one.
Show us some new ones. So this is one of the new ones, right? Like, I don't remember this one.
Tell me one thing. Do we have red lipstick finally?
I
have
will
that?
see.
Yes, we do. That's another one. That's another
Finally.
one.
Finally.
What's also cool that you can actually choose the style of your lipstick. So it's either glossy or
matte.
Or matte, definitely, yeah.
There you go.
Here you have
Yeah,
the
Red
beautiful
This is
red.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think glossy is also my choice. Yeah, that
And
would be something.
also we have so many new beautiful makeup options for your eyes. Oh, as you can see, Amelia is quickly going through them, but definitely you guys need to check them out. And they're not only available here in the mirror, but you can also, like, if you decide to create the new character from the start, then it's also available in Character Creator at the beginning of the game. With an improved lighting, as we can see now, it's much more natural than it used to be.
Yes.
Okay.
For sure. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly go for hearts.
Oh,
Okay,
hearts on the
excellent.
cheeks, that's beautiful.
Yeah, we have also added like a small touch, like a more of like a narrative touch here. Basically, after changing it, you can see basically V looking at herself in the mirror. You know, just to give it more of a feel. Okay, let's. Exactly.
No,
But she
guys,
doesn't
we
want
need you to show us your own like makeovers after you have the patch downloaded because
Sure, I will.
we're curious what we. I was talking to the viewers, but yeah, Philip, send.
Red lipstick. Red lipstick.
Exactly. Let's jump on it. Okay, but it's so that was basically a second DLC as
Yes.
far as I'm aware,
Yes.
right? Like, but that's not all, right? Like, we
Yes, let's
also
go to
have
the third one.
The
We
third
also
one
have
is
a
right
third
here.
one.
The
And the third one is a pretty big one.
It's actually, we've been talking about this makeover, and now we go to home makeovers.
Yes.
Okay.
Easy states.
Exactly. So we have added basically a new website in your computer on this apartment called Easy Estates. And here you have two different options, as I can see, for rent and
makeovers.
renovations and makeovers.
We're gonna go for makeovers first because our V just got makeover, so I think the flat also,
like, fit with
requires
her.
one, yeah, to fit the theme and all that stuff. And we have
and
6 options.
You know, Amelia, which one would fit with the pink and
I
blue
don't wanna
hair?
know. I don't know.
The pink flamingo one.
The pink flamingo. Okay.
Flamingo
Oh,
City.
goodness.
Sorry.
Flamingo City. Okay, so here basically after choosing a certain makeover, you can see basically enlarged pictures so that you as a player you can basically see, okay, does it feel, does it work for me? Can I express my masculinity fully using this pink makeover? So here he can do it.
Okay, let's see it in the full glory.
Okay, yeah, let's look at it.
It's
So-
definitely
so it-
pink. And it's green.
But it cost us only 10k. So
You owe me
that's not bad.
10k.
Okay, let's talk after the stream.
Okay.
Right. So as you can see, basically, like the whole apartment sort of gets a pretty decent, I would say, repaint. And you have, like, as we said, 6 styles, right, to
Yes.
pick from. Cool.
So whichever represents you best, you can pick one of those.
Yeah.
But there's also more on the website,
Yeah,
right?
there was
Let's
more
go
on the
back.
website.
Let's go back.
Yeah, let's go back.
I'm actually
basically,
super
this
excited about this one.
This option was for the players who really loved, like, the base V's apartment in the mega block, and mega building, but there is more.
So we introduced 4 new apartments for you to rent, and each of them is located in different place in Night City. So basically, whichever fits you best, whichever is good for your pocket, because as we can obviously see, the Corpo one in Corpo Plaza is 55k, so it's a lot more expensive than the other one in Japantown, for example, which is I think only 15k.
Yes, and I'm gonna go for this one because you took my 10k and I cannot afford Corpo Plaza anymore.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so when we were actually looking into the design of the apartments for V, we thought about actually, like, for the player be able to express their own identity as V. So let's say you play as V as a corpo, right? Maybe you actually really want that Corpo Plaza and just really have that, corporate life. Or maybe when you play as Street Kid, maybe you would prefer the Japantown and so on. I encourage you really to try out, different apartments and see, for what works best for you.
Okay, but I already forgot where I have to go, so I'm gonna check.
Yeah, so this is just one of the small quality of life improvements that we have introduced for you guys. In the journal, you have now the apartments tab. You can go there. You see all of those apartments with actually nice flavored descriptions. You can basically track certain quests, to get there. You don't have to use the website though to rent the apartment. You can actually do it at the place. You have a separate scene, that introduces you into it. Again, just a small quality of life thing. We didn't want to force you, to run to the apartment and do that.
Yeah, so either by the website in this apartment, or you can just stumble onto those apartments across the city.
Yes,
when
and
we're-
they have...
And it's worth adding that we've got that this DLC is enabled similar to the Wilson's Sale DLC. So after the beginning of the first act of the game, after Takemura scene.
Okay, so
I think we have a question from the chat from McBeefy. Does Nibbles follow you home to the new apartment?
No, actually, Nibbles doesn't. And Nibbles does not follow you to the new apartment. Nibbles is really a keen of your apartment in the in Mega Block. However, Nibbles also got some new secrets to uncover because this patch is actually packed with things that we won't talk about and things that are not even included anywhere, and it's only for you to find. So we made sure that there's something for you to find regarding this as well, but I won't say anything more.
So there are some
just
new...
saying that he prepared something that nobody knows about it, even in the company.
I think one person and one QA knows what we did. So it's like probably 3 people know about it.
So Night City has some new secrets to be discovered for you guys right
Okay.
after the patch.
And now,
We
now Miles will kill us all because we just fast travel.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I know,
Miles,
but
if you're watching.
the time, we have to fit all of that into this short stream. But the next time we will be in Night City, we will definitely take a nice slow walk because
Because you can do it now.
Because you can.
Because we added a walk button, walk toggle to PC. So basically, you can now just walk slowly and admire Night City while doing that.
You can flex in Night City.
Yeah, you can flex walking. I mean, but it's not really like a huge feature or anything, but we know you guys wanted it, right? Like it was highly requested. Of course, we have added it just to be sure that you can feel that we really listen. But then we ended up in our new place.
Yes, we ready.
Drum roll.
So let's go and let's see it.
I'm gonna close my eyes.
Just hit the door. Right, so first time when we actually get to your apartment, there's this small video that will introduce you to it. But then, of course, you can move around and actually enjoy the place. So I think here we can also mention work that our environment art team has been doing, actually preparing those apartments.
Okay, so actually, I can see that we have another question from the chat. And it's asking, do you need to pay rent for that or buy these apartments? And the answer is very simple. This is a one-time payment for the apartment. So you rent it, you pay it one time, and it's yours. So Corpo Plaza, you pay 55k once, and it's yours. This Japantown, it's a little bit cheaper, just 15k, and it's yours. So it's pretty good price, I think.
It's
exactly.
Pretty nice
but
apartment.
when Amelia was like moving through the flat, we saw that there's a bunch of new interactions that we have actually added in the flat for the player, for pretty much role playing. So let's check some of them.
Okay. Gonna do this.
Burning incense.
Yeah, so basically the interactions that we have in those different departments, those are small things, but they are all basically contributing to you as a player, to the feeling of really role-playing and being in a Night City and really enjoying it. That's something that a lot of players really asked for, and we felt that it was, of course, a very reasonable request. That's why, when working on new apartments, we actually added it.
Now, can
we
play?
can also... Yeah, let's play the guitar. Because actually the chat is demanding we play the guitar.
Okay, we play the guitar.
Let's play the
what
guitar.
What tune we have to play?
Punish your mom.
What song?
Oh,
the
maybe
best one.
Archangel.
The best one.
the best one.
The best one? So the best one. Okay, let's
the
play
Never Fade
Archangel.
Away is the best one, obviously.
It's a difficult choice.
And here you can see the guitar design from 80s. Basically, it's a headless guitar. It's close to the real one.
Design.
Yeah, and I have to appreciate work from our animators and cinematic artists, because I really like how they make moving fingers on a fretboard, because it's pretty accurate. Exactly. Right and left hand works really good, really accurate. So this is small little touch, but I like it very much.
Do you play the guitar?
But what else we have in the apartment, right? Because it was cool, to sit down and chill and whatnot. But I think there is more that we have added.
Yes. So while we are showing something more, we have another question: whether you can own all of the apartments at once. And
yes, if you're very fucking filthy rich,
yes,
sure you can. Of course, there's no limit. You can actually own all of the apartments, so feel free to do it.
You just need enough eddies to do that.
Yeah, so talking about those interactions that we have added, there's actually more things that we've done, right? Because some of those actually give you buffs.
Yeah, but maybe let's talk about that one first. I think someone was asking about it. We have the stash right there on the right. No?
Yes, we do.
Sure. We can also really quickly talk about the stash. So basically, apartments come in with the stashes, and here we have basically introduced another quality of life improvement, that all the stashes in all the apartments are actually shared. So now, as a player, basically whichever apartment you have, wherever weapon you will place, you can actually place it there, and they all actually show up on the wall. We paid attention to that because we thought it's important. A lot of players really love to collect all those guns on the walls, so here you can do it.
And also, they are connected with stashes in players' vehicles. So
yes,
this is the whole whole web of stashes in Night
So
City.
it's all together. Okay, now we can go to sleep and showcase you that some of the activities in the apartment actually give us buffs.
Yeah, for example, sleeping give you a buff to experience points for skills.
Exactly. There's and there's a bunch more actually that we will just leave the players to discover. But talking about sleeping, right? I need to tell you about something. So we know that you guys are really loving the romances, right, in our game, and you're like really liking the characters. So we looked back in our romances into our 4 romance partners, and we introduced a bunch of new changes and improvements there. And one of the things that you can do right now is throughout the development of the relationships with those characters, you can actually message them way more often throughout the whole development of that romances. And it's done differently for each character. We paid attention to the personality of a certain character. There's a bunch of new things to discover there, which I won't talk about. I'm sure that someone will eventually find it and encourage you to talk to your partners. But as you know, when you become a partner with someone, that place of that person's place becomes a safe house, and that safe house has actually got some improvements.
Okay, so what happened there? Or we don't want to spoil that?
Maybe I don't want to spoil it, but one thing we can mention, the option to, when you're going to sleep, if you're a partner with someone, let's say Judy, there is a chance, I won't spoil how it's done exactly, but there's a chance that you will wake up next to your beloved person. And then there's more things actually connected to this. Those are small touches. Basically, it's nothing really major, but those are small touches throughout the whole storylines of those characters that basically make you feel really that you're closer to that characters. And also they give you like a proper sort of a continuation to that romance story arc. And I know that a lot of you requested that.
I mean, and it's just in time for Valentine's Day, which was yesterday, so,
exactly.
Perfect timing.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
I need a shower because I'm completely smashed. Because
Okay,
I drank all my whiskey, so I'm just gonna walk in here. Do this.
Yeah, so this is one of the fixes that we have done.
Yes, which means V is actually taking her clothes off in the shower, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the thing. Like, I remember I went to Reddit at one point, and I was shocked to discover that you guys shower undressed, right? And, like that was not really something that came to my mind right away. But apparently, most people shower with no clothes. So we decided, okay, so we need to change it, right?
Don't tell me you actually shower in your clothes.
I do that randomly, just depends. But anyway, it was obviously an issue that we have fixed.
Yeah, okay. But also I can see that the shower actually gave us another buff.
Yeah, exactly. We can see the buff. And also, I think Amelia just passed next to the mirror, right? Amelia, maybe we could take a look at that. Because one thing I wanted to mention is, like, aside of those, interactions that allow you to roleplay a bit more and just really feeling like being in a night city, as a player, you also have the mirrors in all of the apartments where you can actually access the option to mod your own appearance.
Yeah. So right now, actually, Johnny messed it up a little bit for us.
Yeah, Johnny says no.
But in general, all of the apartments have the mirrors where you can customize your character mid-game.
Yeah, Johnny is here, of course, intentionally, right? Because, like, as his a long-time memory slowly leaking to your short-term memory, and your personalities are merging and whatnot, he basically starts appearing in the mirrors. So that's, of course, intentional. That's not a bug, as I've seen sometimes people claim. That was, of course, intentional. And here, in that case, from time to time, Johnny will appear, and you could see that Amelia was actually able to get into the modding of the face again and change the makeup.
Okay, but speaking of Johnny, we actually went through like 3 different DLCs, which are the new guns for V, the new apartments for V, the new customizations to V's look. Yeah. But we also added a DLC for Johnny.
Yeah.
And yes, we did. So basically, we added a few new photo mode poses for him. So now, whenever you are in the in the scene in his memories. When you are playing as Johnny, you can take opportunity and take some nice pictures with Johnny.
Exactly, and because we know that the how to call it, the virtual photography scene for Cyberpunk is really huge. Like we actually follow it kind of closely. Like I personally love watching watching fans' creations and what you guys can do and stuff. So now you can actually do it with Johnny as well. You don't have to mod everything. Basically, you can do it with him here.
Yeah, so those new poses will be available in the flashback quest, like I mentioned, where you are actually playing as Johnny. And come on, guys, show us what you got. We're really curious what you can create with that.
Exactly.
All right. So, guys, I don't know. I think we were talking for a very long time about those things, and this is not even everything that is going in the patch 1.5.
No, it's just a bunch of the most important changes or changes that we wanted to show. Like the list is much longer, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's maybe sum up. So we had a few DLCs coming your way. We have some extra improvements, and pretty much now we can also see what platform gets what, right?
Yes. So the DLCs are available for all platforms. Most of the bug fixes, improvements, rebalances, stuff like that, also available on all possible platforms. There are a couple of things that won't be going to the last gen platforms because of the memory issues mostly. But in general, most of you will get the same. And here is a nice list of all of that. And this is going to be a pretty big patch with all of that stuff. It's gonna be around 50 gigabytes, right?
It's a chunky boy, yes, I like to say.
Big boy.
Chunky boy, yeah. So once the patch is live, most platforms will just get an automatic update, and you will be able to update the game and just start playing it on the new patch. There is one exception though, which is a PlayStation 5, because the PS4 version that you are now playing on your PS5 with backwards compatibility is actually a different version of the game than the PS5 version, which is next gen improved. So you're gonna have to go to your library and download the PS5 version manually.
Yeah, and it's worth mentioning that you have to move your save from playthrough on PS4 version of the game to the PS5.
Exactly, and you can move only one, right? Like Philip, from what I...
Yeah. That's right. And
exactly.
One more thing, we also on PS5 we support dual senses, haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, and you can try them when you are driving cars, and it's also supported in weapons when you use them.
Yeah,
so
and it's also like supported in like sex scenes, from what I remember, because I implemented it.
Pavel implemented this in every sex scene personally.
I mean, I implemented it in Joy Toys. I implemented it in Joy Toys. Like, so, hey.
You were like the main QA for this part, right?
Main designer, QA, programmer.
Yeah, you're just running around with a dildo implementing that stuff into sex scenes.
Hey, I mean,
we know, like,
Pavel. I just have a lot of hobbies, you know. This is how it's called. But speaking about DualSense, there's more, right? Because there's also a speaker.
Yeah.
Also we use speaker in the gamepad on PS5.
So basically anything that is happening in this head, like getting phone calls, getting text, stuff like that, the sound will be coming out of the controller's speaker, so it's like closer to you.
Yes, exactly that.
Okay, so what now?
What now? Now I think it's time to talk about the difference in modes on next-gen platforms, right?
Yeah, that's the important point.
So we have performance versus ray tracing. Our gameplay was in the performance mode, am I correct?
Yes.
So basically, you can either choose between performance when you get 60 FPS or ray tracing with the RTX enabled. So basically, whatever you feel is more important for you when you are playing the game, you can choose the correct mode to go to. Easy as that.
easy as that. But we talked about next gen, but we also have something I think important for PC players. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course.
Oh yes.
we added something like benchmark. So pretty much, if you wanna, check how your GPU, your PC will actually perform, go to main settings, then press B as benchmark, and then you'll have a section of like a few dynamic scenes where the FPS is pretty much like constantly, counted. How it's gonna be with RTX on, with RTX off. With DLSS on performance, balance, quality, whatever you prefer. Try them on, find the best one for you. Right now on the screen you can see that this this benchmark is actually recorded. It comes from NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090. It's on 2K with DLSS set on performance. So you can see the FPS in the top left corner. It's going to be 70, 80, something around that on this settings.
Right.
But like I mentioned, play with the settings.
Exactly, and I think that's the key always, to make the game work best. But Amelia, so that benchmark is available for both?
Yes, for all
graphic
GPUs out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, and about technical stuff, one thing more. We support AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution now.
Yes. Finally, I've got so many questions all the time about this, and I couldn't say anything because I knew that we are working on it, and I wanted to tell you, but I couldn't. But now I can.
Yeah,
Yes,
now
it's there.
It's there. It's gonna be in the game. Okay, guys, I think we are almost there. We talked about all the changes, all the DLCs, the next-gen features, how to download the patch even. But the question remaining is when to download the patch.
Yep, exactly.
So let us...
I think we can watch it.
Yes, let's watch it.
Let's watch it then.
Night City? Man, I fucking love it. I was born here, I live here, and downright refuse to die anywhere else. What the?
170 people were killed in a cyber psycho attack shocks West Springs. This is N54 News.
Listen, kid. If there's one thing I can tell you about this city, you either love it or want to burn it. No middle ground. Coming here is a crash course in the survival of the fittest, the greediest, the most vile, and most corrupted gonks.
See this badge? That means I can do whatever the fuck I want.
But behind the blinding lights and all of the rot, you might just discover a beauty that can only be found here. Night City is full of love, friendships, and family ties that run deeper than any cyberware eddies can buy.
Zapper dumples and filth. In some ways, Night City never changes.
City of dreams, city of gang. You don't believe in no fate. I might just think I'll be brave. Stepping up here with a gang. City of dreams, city of gang, gang. City of dreams, live in your grave. You live in your grave. City of dreams, city of gang, gang. City of dreams, live in your grave. You live in your grave. City of dreams, city of...
It's the city's promise. Not everyone's buying it. But if you want to know for sure, you just need to try it for yourself.
Yep.
There are no mistakes there.
Yep, exactly.
The patch, the next gen update, patch 1.5, with all of this cool stuff that we've been talking about since 4 p.m. is now available for everyone on all of the platforms. So guys,
Exactly, guys. No bullshitting. Just go and download it and check it yourself. Really.
Yes, and while we're talking about checking it out yourself, as you can see, we also release a free trial for all next-gen platforms, so PlayStation 5 Series, Xbox Series S and X. So if you still don't have the game, now is your chance to actually, go to the store per platform and download it and try it yourself. If you actually are happy with Night City and if you like it.
Yeah, and what's important, if you try the trial and then decide, okay, I liked it, I want to buy the game, you can actually transfer your save to the full game. So the 5 hours, they won't be wasted. You don't lose anything. It's coming back. You can continue playing on the same save.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
and
from like
I know that like some of our players will probably prove us that you can even finish the game in 5 hours. But I mean, that's fair. If you guys can do it, just go for it. Really, like, check it out yourself, try it out, love it or burn it, really, like, see, what Cyberpunk is.
Yes, totally. But like from like technical point of view as well, it's worth mentioning, the trial will be available for you for 30 days. Like we mentioned, 5 hours, and it's going to be available for free. As the patch is also free for you.
Yes, right now. So this is everything basically. If you want to go and download the game right now, the patch 1.5, you can just do it because it's already live. And in the meantime, if you are looking to get real into all of the changes that we that we introduced in the patch, which we weren't able to tell you about all of them in the stream, the patch notes are now available on cyberpunk.net, so you can go and read them all.
Yeah, but secret Pavel's changes you have to find by yourself.
You have to find yourself, yes.
Yeah, exactly. That being said, like during this stream, we have mostly focused on like improvements and add-ons and like new stuff or things that you guys have requested or like some bigger bugs, let's say. But there was actually a ton of bug fix that lots of departments have been working on for past months. And that is nowhere to be found on the patch notes. You won't find it there. You will actually only experience it in the game. We didn't want to like stuff the patch notes with like thousands of entries because that was pointless. We only focused on the most important things for you. So really the only way to experience that is to get the free trial or really boot the game and check it out.
Check it out.
So I think our job here is done. You guys just go, download the patch, check out the patch notes, and enjoy Night City. Hope you're gonna love it.
Have fun, everyone, and I'll see you around.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope we'll see each other in Night City. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye
guys.
everyone.